In this, children are viewed as mini-me's. They are viewed as faithful, obedient sources of stimulation and manipulation over others. So they are tools. The most valuable tools a predator could ever create are made through his or her children. This kind of predator can receive money through tax return refunds just by having children. This kind of predator can get welfare benefits by having children. Children can be used to manipulate the next spouse into committing to this kind of predator, as well as, in the meanwhile, into feeling sorry for the predator because he or she created a child or children with this terrible, crazy abuser. And the poor children, they just need a good father, or they just need a good mother. And in the name of those poor children, many will feel sorry for the actual abuser and be more easily lined up to be the next romantic relationship target. Female predators in particular, children are an oldest time tool to get money from the ex-husband. They're also an oldest time tool to use to torture the ex. And that is true for both exes that are male or female. So using children as a tool to torture the ex is utilized on both male and female victims equally. The role of the innocent spousal partner in these relationships devolves into not a role of a parent, but into a role of another adult that can simply be used for free nanny or babysitting services, for free money, and for stimulation through torturing that innocent parent, through utilizing children in a wide variety of manners, including abusing the children and torturing the innocent parent because he or she can do nothing to stop the abuser, as the abuser has manipulated the court system, child protective services, the police, family members, the flying monkeys, and many others, neighbors, co-workers, whatever it may all be. When I refer to being utilized as a free babysitter or a free nanny, many people will be horrified to hear this, and they will say, as the predator will, "But this is an opportunity to spend time with your loving children. How dare you say that? Don't you want to be with your children?" What outsiders do not understand is, in this scenario, the children do not belong to the innocent spousal parent anymore. The children are the property of the abuser, plain and simple. The abuser owns those children. Even while the abuser is mistreating the children, neglecting the children, sometimes torturing the children, and profiting financially by doing so, the abuser nonetheless owns those children as if they were property. And in this case, the abuser merely uses the other parent, the innocent parent, oftentimes a good parent, as nothing more than a free nanny service that will care for these children when the predator is busy doing something else, oftentimes busy pursuing the next romantic relationship partner. The reason the predator does not have the option of going back to that idealized state is not only has the predator's abuse of the victim probably created some quote-unquote behavioral problems that the victim is now demonstrating in the home, but the mere fact that the predator has told these stories to all of the flying monkeys means the predator must save face. absolutely must save face. There is no possible way one of these predators could ever admit to having lied or manipulated the truth. There is no possible way one of these predators can admit to the flying monkeys or anyone else that he, or in the case of a female predator, that she, was just plain incorrect, was wrong. The malignant narcissist, sociopath spousal predator, and typically the common narcissistic spousal predator simply cannot admit ever to having lied, misled, manipulated the facts of reality, edited reality to fit their needs, or simply admit to having been wrong. They cannot do this. They must save face. So, in order to save face, the predator must continue telling all of the flying monkeys these stories about the victim. Along with telling stories to the flying monkeys about the heinous behaviors the victim is displaying, the predator must follow through with action. Action means that the predator will A, continue to devalue this victim, and B, abuse the victim. The abuse will typically get worse and worse, as a predator must keep his actions or her actions within the home in line with the stories being told to the flying monkeys. The predator will follow the slanderous statements with behaviors, abusive behaviors, in line with those statements, no matter how innocent the spousal victim is, no matter how excellent of a supply source the spousal victim is in truth. The predator has started this pattern and in saving face cannot backtrack. In the end, the innocent spousal victim will be abused and discarded. As simple as that. The predator will feel no remorse and will have no insight whatsoever into the predatory role in the fatally flawed loop. What these predators do is simply start anew with a fresh spousal or romantic relationship victim. That victim too will be idealized. Then the devaluation stage begins. Thereafter, the discarding stage begins. The predator will likely have very similar allegations against every single ex the predator has engaged in a serious relationship with. That's the key, serious relationship. Because in surface relationships, friends with benefits, something I don't agree with, but it's predominant today, just sleazy relationships, surface dating relationships, anything surface, the predator may have good references from the exes. It's the serious relationships where there's a deep commitment and where the victim became vulnerable that you will see this pattern unfailingly.